Everybody take a deep breath because, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing. Up front will be Jeremy Gardner and Jarrett Woodard. Jeffrey Goodpaster and Richie Joplin have the second row. Russell Worth, Clay Kirchenbauer on the third row. Jeremy Edwards, Blair Patterson on the fourth. Blake Vicken and Mike Hawk all round out the top 10. Pudge starts in 11th. And Kenny Hyde Jr. starts 12th. Otto Cruz out of retirement in 13th. Patrick Piper in 14th. PJ Cox 15th. Ryan McDaniel in 16th. Colby Whipple 17th. Sean Corbridge 18th. Cortland Herman back in the field here in 19th. Or his first time in the field, but great to see him out there. I haven't seen him in a while. And Kevin Bernheimer in 20th. Patrick Gitter, the points leader, starting in 21st. Jacob Morgan, 22nd. Lonnie Roberts starts 23rd. One of the fastest in practice, Lonnie was. And Mickey Mouse starting in 24th. Brandon Newby in 25th. James Smith, 26th. Lyle Mitchell starting in at 27th. Expect to see some of the cars at the back of the field break off early on, possibly to try it safe. But you know, another interesting thing about iRacing Superspeedway is getting the trucks moving here. This will be entertaining in and of itself. It is a little bit tricky. You go from that flat, almost pointed downhill where they are up against the wall. Now they'll have to get up onto that 10 degrees of banking, and it ain't gradual. If they're not careful, we could see an incident before the checkered flag. Let's see how it goes here. Here they all come, rolling up off of the... Oh, here we go. Looked like we had one that was having trouble getting going. All the drivers up, getting ready to go. A lot of guys love this track, but really hate it when that's in official races because there are so many incidents right there, and it is often chaos in these races. But if you can keep the truck clean, you'll get to the front. These guys know how to keep them clean. Race patiently, and we could see one heck of a race. Expect maybe an early caution, maybe a late caution, and a lot of passing, a lot of green flag laps here tonight. Still some room in the stands. If you haven't invited your friends and family, hit the share button, let them come out and cheer these guys on. If you've never seen a race at iRacing / Coca-Cola Racing Super Speedway, you're in for a treat right about now. Trucks coming off turn 4. Everybody stacked up, and good luck to race control tonight. Pace truck is in. Down toward Barney the Flagman. Here they come. Green flag is in the air there. Down and away at iRacing Super Speedway. Now the question is, how many cars wide do we see in turn 1? A big group, 3 wide already in a few places. A decent sized group holding back here early on. Colby Whipple did not take the green flag. He is just now coming off pit road. Might have been a strategy move here. Oh, we've got a car shooting straight up the middle. Looked like Mike Hawk was trying to make his way forward. As was Cortland Herman. Oh, Cortland gets a run. Massive run. Blair's got to run. They're going to go 4 wide into 1. No, they get settled. Cortland almost grabs the wall. Oh, Blair gives... Kirchenbauer gets a little bump from Patterson. Ho, ho, ho. What an exciting first couple of laps. Gardner has the lead. Russell Worth in second place. Jeremy Edwards in third. Jeffrey Goodpaster in fourth. Pudge now making his way. Caution is out. First caution of the night. Looks like Kirchenbauer might have been involved. See if we can find out what happened here. Oh, well. Looking to see, that is Cortland Herman down on the bottom in the 37. Let's see what happens here. Oh, PJ Cox bumps, Cortland bumps, comes up, collects Clay Kirchenbauer. Looks like he might have got a little bit of Bernheimer. And I believe Sean Corbridge gets caught in that. Sean almost clears it. Just not enough room. Several trucks involved. Caution is out for the first time tonight. Aaron, I wholeheartedly agree with that. I will mention it to him. Pudge driving an XCal Street Stock at Concord would be an epic race. Alright, let's find out what happened to Whipple on the start. I do believe he is getting waved around and will be back on the lead lap. A lot of drivers headed to pit road. Otto Cruz, Blair Patterson, Ryan McDaniel, Patrick Gitter, Kenny Hyde Jr. This has got to be a fuel-only stop. Colby Whipple is on pit road. We'll wait for him to hit his pit stall. Then we'll ask him what is up with the start. Yeah, Clay, you definitely called that one, buddy. Hey, Colby, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, I got you, Doug. What's up?
Hey, what happened there at the start? You didn't take the grid. Was that intentional or accidental?
Both. So I loaded into the race with my steering wheel set up how I had it for qualifying, and I didn't want to do that, so I chose to miss the start to head back to the garage and fix my steering wheel real quick.
Well, it seems to have paid off. It kept you out of trouble, and now you're up to 14th, and still on the lead lap, so you got a little bit lucky here.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks where if you're going to miss a start, you're probably not going to feel it too much, so could be worse.
All right, man. Good luck out there tonight. Still in the lead lap, in 14th, still in the fight.
All right, thanks, Doug. Enjoyed this race.
All right, so Colby Whipple, there you have it. And it looks like that actually really paid off for Colby. Colby was scheduled to start at about 17th place, and that was about where the incident happened. So, worth noting, expect to see a lot of patience out of these drivers tonight. Only one fast repair, so things could get very, very interesting for a few drivers out here tonight. Guys like Patrick Gitter have to be really, really careful that they don't make a mistake that costs them the race, especially with that points lead. Correct me if no, that was not Blair Patterson. I was trying to look. A lot of superheroes on the car tonight, and Ryan McDaniel carrying the Punisher, which ironically I just started watching yesterday, the series. Saw another one. I think Patrick Gitter has Batman on the back of his truck. Let's see if we can get a look from Brandon Newby's car. Brandon, pull up, buddy. Nope. I did see a Batman truck in the field. Lights are out on the pace car. Jeremy Gardner, Russell Worth still up front. Jeremy Edwards and Jeffrey Goodpaster on the second row. Pujanowski, Jarrett Woodard on the third. Richie Joplin, Mike Hawk on the fourth. PJ Cox and Patrick Piper rounding out the top 10. I'll mention it to him post-race for you, Trevor. Pace truck is in. Gardner controls the restart. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away. Down that long front straightaway. The straightaway is just over a mile each. A lot of time to build up a run. If you build the momentum, get just a smidge of momentum in the turns, and carry that run off, you can make a lot of passes. We always talk about Daytona and Talladega. Because of the restrictor plates, it takes a lap and a half to get that truck up to full speed. Here, because of the size of it, it takes 2 laps, 6 miles. But by God, once you get there, you're doing 230 plus miles an hour. In fact, let's find Russell Worth in the middle, dropping back at the moment. Auto Cruz making his way to the front. Let's see how fast Auto's going. And while we're at it, let's take a lap around in Auto's truck. 2 inches off the back bumper. You see how quickly the runs build. 228, 229, 230, and they're still building speed. He'll be even faster at the end of the front straightaway. As he drops to the bottom and pick up another position, Russell Worth just ahead. Down all the way on the white line, there's the start-finish line. 234 miles an hour. They can easily hit 240 miles an hour late in a run once they're built up to full speed. Great to see Auto. Oh, look at the run Auto has. Off turn 2, side drafting off Russell Worth. Backs out of it. Up front, Jeremy Gardner, 228 miles an hour. Back down the front straightaway, the top, looks like the top 10, all pretty much single file with PJ Cox and beyond. A lot of guys getting single file, but it is getting a little exciting a little further back. Brandon Newby way up the track here. Cortland Herman trying to make his way forward after the incident a few moments ago. Cortland currently 26th place. Sean Corbridge also has the truck fixed. He is in 27th. Last time by Auto. Oh, caution! Looks like Colby Whipple may have been involved along with Patrick Piper. Oh, we had a truck airborne. We'll have to look and see. Whipple gets that bobble on the was that Blair Patterson or was that Patrick Piper? Let's take a look. That That is Patrick Piper. You saw the bobble. That turn 3 entry has both 1 and 3 have a dip. There's some net code at play there. Patrick Piper goes for a, oh my goodness. And I think I just saw Colby Whipple got caught in this as well. Yep, that was a rough start to the night. Let's take another look at Whipple's, and we'll show you what we mean. As he comes into turn 1, you see he hits that bump, or the entry to turn 3, he hits that bump, and it just offsets the truck, pushes it up the track quite a bit if you don't have it handled just right. And almost every car on the lead lap goes to pit road except for Jeremy Gardner holding on to track because every car is on pit road. You might be right, Trevor. Let's see if we can talk to our leader. Hey, Jeremy, it's Doug. You got me?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, staying out. Was that the wise choice right now? The track position over fuel?
We're gonna find out. Just gonna play it how it is. Hope to God there's some other cautions.
I just have a sneaking suspicion there probably will be.
Oh, I can guarantee it.
Well, good luck, buddy.
So far, it ain't been too bad. Only, well, 2 cautions, but I mean, everybody's trying to race fairly clean to start off with.
Well, so far, so good. You've kept that truck out of trouble, and hopefully we'll be able to continue to do so.
Oh, we're gonna find out. This is anyone's track.
That is true. Good luck, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Looks like there was a glitch on the Looks like a minor glitch with the broadcast right now, trying to figure out what is going on. Be patient as they stack back up for the restart. Restart of the stream should have everything back up and going here in a moment. Meanwhile, everybody stacks back up side by side. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. They're down and away again in iRacing Superspeedway. Gardner did not pit. He stays out. Everybody behind him on fresh tires. And here comes Jeremy Edwards now to the front. Caution is out again, and this might be the big one. James Smith has nowhere to go. Here he comes. Pudge is up in the wall. And there it was right behind Pudge as he comes down the track. Can't do anything about it. Just gets a little bit of a tap. Ends up upside down in the bottom. Everybody gets collected behind. Colby Whipple getting caught again. Nowhere to go. Mickey Mouse was caught in this one. And look at the stack up behind. Gardner held on to the lead due to when the caution came out. Our points leader, Patrick Gitter, so far has been able to avoid most of the chaos. A lot of drivers on pit road for repairs. We will start to see attrition play its ugly hand here at iRacing Superspeedway. Hopefully everything is squared away broadcast-wise. It looks like everything is smoothed out here. Our apologies for the... Clay Kirchenbauer said he voted for Eldora, gets caught in 2 of them. Everybody stacking back up for the restart here. All right, down the back straightaway, everybody stacks back up. It is Jeremy Gardner and Jeremy Edwards on the front row. Richie Joplin, Russell Worth have the second row. Jarrett Woodard, Otto Cruz on the third. Patrick Gitter, Jacob Morgan have the fourth. Blair Patterson and PJ Cox rounding out the top 10. Blake Vicken in 11th, Kevin Bernheimer in 12th, Ryan McDaniel 13th, Kenny Hyde Jr. in 14th, Mike Hawk in 15th, Brandon Newby 16th, Jeffrey Goodpaster in 17th, Cortland Herman in 18th. 19th on back, starting with Pudge, is one or more laps down here. Out of turn 4, here they go. Pace Truck is in. Pace Truck's really having a hard time getting to pit road tonight, have you noticed? Here we go again. Green is in the air. Edwards slides right in behind Gardner. Gardner still has not been to pit road, but out there pacing around, he is saving a lot of fuel. They're already trying to get 3 wide midway through the field. We haven't even seen 5 wide yet. Expect to see 5 and 6 wide before this race comes to a close. Blake Vicken has a run up on the high side, has a little help. I believe Kenny Hyde Jr. right there behind. They build a big run. Blake Vicken already caught up to Otto Cruz. Blake and Otto get hooked up. A slow car moves out of the way up top. And look at the bump draft, or look at the draft and the push. Blake Vicken is giving Otto Cruz has got a run into turn 1. Can he take the lead? Joe! He is really getting any draft he can. Side draft. Blake all up the bumper. Remember, these guys have to watch closely those air temperatures, oil, and oh, here goes Blake Vicken down to the bottom. He pushed Otto to the front. That big bump, both of the Jeremys catch the apron in the middle of 3 and 4. Looking back through the field, Brandon Newby still in the lead lap in 18th. Jeffrey Goodpaster in 17th. Mike Hawk now up into 16th. PJ Cox in 15th. Bernheimer currently running in 14th. Cortland Herman in his debut race in the Nowski Retro Trucks currently in 13th. Ryan McDaniel in 12th. 11th is Blair Patterson. Look who has made his way up into 10th. Patrick Gitter, the points leader, now hooked up with Otto Cruz. That could be dangerous for the rest of the field as the trucks go by. Who wants to see how fast these guys are going again? .230 into the corners we saw from Patrick Gitter, now up into 9th place. Oh, it is getting dicey back there. Yeah, that was a bunch of trucks passing at 227 miles an hour. Otto Cruz has made his way up into 3rd. Expect to see these speeds go up even. Wow. They are really pushing it mid-pack. .232. We've seen 235 here tonight as Kevin Bernheimer makes his way into the top 10. Bernheimer knows how to drive in the draft. I know this from past experience, and there he goes. He makes a move up to the high side, trying to get by the Punisher. Ryan McDaniel in the Punisher truck, currently in 10th place. Otto Cruz has made his way into the lead just barely. We saw Blake Vicken drop to the bottom. Otto has help from Jarrett Woodard. Lap traffic coming into play. Some of these guys are in a points battle, cannot afford to drop out of the race, just doing everything they can They're going to try and keep the truck on the track and hope more drivers. Oh, it was 4 wide off the turn. We had a truck get into the wall. Clay Kirchenbauer down on the bottom trying to stay out of the way. That truck obviously heavily damaged. That bump into the turns really unsettling some trucks here. Oh! What happened to Gardner? He went to pit road. He must have been out of fuel. This strategy does not work. Mickey Mouse also a moment ago involved in an incident. He is on pit road. Let's see what happened to Mickey. Mickey's truck extremely tore up. It looks like he just couldn't maintain pace, couldn't stay out of the way, has to drop down and retire. They are 3 wide down the back straightaway. Bernheimer up top, up 13 spots already. Oh ho ho! Jeffrey Goodpaster hopping up to the outside line, trying to draft Bernheimer. Almost took Bernheimer out, but a great save by both drivers. Auto Cruz scored as leading that lap, but now it's going to be Blair Patterson to the front. It is non-stop action here, and a truck to watch closely. Bernheimer back in 8th place. We've seen him make a move toward the front all race long. And we've seen him pull some real big moves out there. Expect to see him up front before long. You can go from 10th place to the lead in a single lap here if you know what you're doing. Mickey blew the motor. Let's see if Mickey has any words. Hey Mickey, it's Doug. You got me? Hey, blown motor, rough night, but will you be able to get out, turn some laps for some points tonight, or are you done?
I think I'm done tonight, buddy. The Musketeers can't fix it.
That is a bit heartbreaking. I know you've got some fans in the stands, but looking forward to seeing you back next week at Homestead. And here, you know, we're almost halfway into this race. Who do you think has got the best chance tonight?
I gotta go with Otto.
That seemed to have been quite a consensus during pre-race.
Yeah, I mean, he's been itching to get back out there, and Justin Swafford actually stepped up and said, you know what, go have fun, Otto, and I'll take care of the reins of race control.
It's definitely going to be a tough night in race control, but hopefully you have better luck next week, Mickey. Good luck, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
All right, thanks a lot, Doug.
Hey, thank you, Chris, for the stars, buddy. Mickey Mouse is done for the night, and I just saw there might have been another incident. It looks like Patrick Piper might be done for the night. Oh, Patrick blew up coming down the front straightaway. Meanwhile, oh, we've got a car that went just shot up the track. Ryan McDaniel shoots up the track. Here comes Pudge. Shoots up the middle. They're 4 wide. It is getting really dicey up front. Worth noting, we saw Gardner on pit road not too long ago. He is back out after a looked like he had a very long pit stop. But we will possibly see green flag pit stops. And if you've been watching since the beginning, you've seen how hard the pace truck takes the entry, getting down onto the apron and getting to pit road, you have to get from turn 4 down to the apron and then get that truck woed up down to 65 miles an hour before you hit the commitment cone on pit road. Things get very exciting on pit road. Everybody settling in, showing a lot more patience here. On a 3-mile track, when you're doing 230 miles an hour, it gets exciting very, very quickly for the drivers as Blair Patterson continues to lead with Jeremy Edwards pushing. There are times, though, in slower cars you get out here and you can do a lot of stuff on that straightaway, but in this pack with everybody pushing every second, despite the long 1+ mile straightaways and a easy to drive truck down the straightaway, you are busy the whole time just trying to hold on to it, keep it out of trouble. Nowski is currently in 18th place, a lap down. He's trying to fight his way back to the front the old-fashioned way. Blair Patterson continuing to lead. Otto Cruz on the high side, though. Otto not out here for points tonight like everybody else. He is out here for one thing and one thing only, and that is the win. Jeffrey Goodpaster has come down pit road. Could this be the start of green flag stops? We could see a lot of guys trying to make their way down to the bottom before too much longer. They had quite a few pace laps early on, and now they've been green flagged for quite some time. Expect these guys to need some fuel before too much longer, especially since we are approaching the halfway point of the race. Oh! Blair has a little bobble there. Otto has the lead now. Jarrett Woodard in second. Otto, Jarrett, we're seeing him hit pit road now. Watch this. Oh! Jarrett has a problem. Jarrett's around. Jarrett Woodard around right in front of Kevin Bernheimer, Blake Vickett. A lot of drivers coming down. That got exciting very quickly. Jeremy Edwards now assumes the lead. Mike Hawk in second. PJ Cox now has third. Jacob Morgan out of the draft in fourth. Jacob looking for anybody to hit pit road with. You have to be in the draft when you come down here and when you come off pit road. We've even seen instances of, oh, here we go. Look at that big bump as Pudge gets down off of the track. Jacob Morgan is coming in too. Blair Patterson rolling his way off pit road. This can get exciting quickly as well. No problems for Blair, no problems for Patrick or Otto. Push too hard coming off this pit road, though. It is a slick pit road exit. And I'm wondering if Aaron Hillebush is still out there as we reach the halfway point. There's an interesting piece of information I could share with you. Jeremy Edwards now rolling off, currently scored in the lead, which puts Pudge barely back on the lead lap. He is in the tail end of the lead lap. He is going to do everything he can to stay in front of Jeremy Edwards. Here they come back off of pit road. Here comes PJ Cox. And here comes the other guys in third on back at full chat. There go Jeremy and Pudge about to be swallowed up. Those two working together, doing everything they can to get those trucks back up to speed before Blair, Patterson, and crew get there. Remember, Pudge not on the lead lap. He's got to do whatever he can to keep that car in front of the leaders. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Patrick Gitter has a run up on the high side. Just past the halfway point, numerous leaders here. Down the back straightaway from the spotter stand, you can see just how wide this track really is. And yes, you can get 5 wide around the turns here without an issue if everybody can hold their line. Easily 6 wide down the front straightaway. Patrick Gitter has not led a lap here yet tonight. Jeremy Edwards managing to keep the truck out front. Pudge managing to stay at the tail end of the lead lap thus far. Patrick Gitter getting a huge push from Kenny Hyde Jr. Kenny currently second in points with Patrick in the lead. He has got to hope that Patrick has an issue and loses a lot of spots, but we've seen Patrick Gitter come back from everything possible this season. Edwards still has the lead. Pudge still holding on to the tail end of the lead lap. Jeremy Edwards in the lead. Blair Patterson currently in second. Otto Cruz out of retirement in third, but Otto's got to run. He's working the high side. Patrick Gitter, the points leader, in fourth. Kenny Hyde Jr. second in points, currently in fifth. Kevin Bernheimer back in sixth. Huge push coming from Blake Vicken in seventh. Richie Joplin, remember Richie got the win at Talladega. He's currently running in eighth. PJ Cox now in ninth. Jacob Morgan running 10th. Brandon Newby up 14 spots to 11th. Russell Worth currently in 12th. Russell led earlier in the race. He still has an opportunity here. Jarrett Woodard currently in 13th. After the incident on pit road, you saw that truck completely backwards on pit road, has recovered well. Ryan McDaniel in 13th. Jeremy Gardner all alone on a different pit strategy in 14th. Pudge currently in 15th, holding on to the tail end of the lead lap. Cortland Herman back in 17th, all alone, no drafting help. Gardner on pit road. As Otto Cruz goes by, Gardner loses a lap. The field broken up, at least for the moment. Not a lot of guys pushing. Blair Patterson right now with Jeremy Edwards. Those two are hooked up trying to make their way back toward the front. Kevin Bernheimer, Blake Vicken trying to reel them in as well. Actually, at the moment, Bernheimer and Vicken are reeling in Edwards and Patterson. Richie Joplin currently in 8th, PJ Cox in 9th, Jacob Morgan in 10th, Brandon Newby in 11th, really giving Morgan a big push. Oh, Newby gets a little bit of that bump down there at the bottom. Believe it or not, Kevin Bernheimer just set the fastest lap of the race. 46.02. Nobody has broken the 46-second mark yet. That's actually a bit of a surprise. Otto Cruz back in the saddle again, currently in the lead. Remember, Otto is not out here for the points. He is out here for the win. Now the field is starting to tighten back up. Richie Joplin is the first driver to break 46 seconds with a 45.97, the fastest lap. And remember, Richie pulled the win off at Talladega. He knows how to get it done in the draft. PJ Cox, currently in 9th, is quite a ways behind. Jacob Morgan and Brandon Newby, nose to tail, they're reeling in PJ Cox really, really quickly. In fact, let's take a ride in Jacob's truck. See if we can see PJ just ahead in that red and white No Bull Million truck. There he is. On the back straightaway, they were 3.5 seconds behind. At the start-finish line, they're 1.5 seconds behind. Watch the speed that they reel PJ in at. You see the bump in turn 1, although bad, not nearly as bad as the bump in turn 3. There is PJ Cox. They've now picked up his draft. And car to the high side, Russell Worth. They get hooked up with PJ. Russell Worth just snuck on by on the high side, pulling Jarrett Woodard. Several packs starting to reform here later in the race. Should see at least one more pit stop. Auto Crews still holding on to the lead. Patrick Gitter in 2nd. Kenny Hyde Jr. as 3rd. Blair Patterson in 4th. Look, the pack is starting to rebuild quickly. Jeremy Edwards in 5th. Blake Vick in 6th. Kevin Bernheimer 7th. Richie Joplin in 8th. Russell Worth in 9th with Jarrett Woodard, PJ Cox, and Jacob Morgan back there, rounding out that second field through 12th. "25 laps to go." Drop into the chat. Tell us your predictions. Who do you think's going to pull this one off? And a small group of lap cars just ahead. Cortland Herman. Jeffrey Goodpaster. And it looks like Ryan McDaniel all in that pack. Here come the leaders. They'll let them by and hook back on. Mike Hawk has been to pit road for his final stop, as has Colby Whipple. The lap cars moving up to the high side. Oh, we're starting to see it get a little dicey back there. Pudge gets a run. He is trying to get back onto the lead lap. Blake Vicken giving him a hand. That high line really builds some momentum later in a run. Three wide in the lead pack. Auto Crews up top, and Blake Vicken in the... Oh, Blake is around! Caution is out, turns 1 and 2. Blake Vicken smoking. I believe that's Jeremy Gardner also down on the bottom. He is... No, Jeremy Edwards, excuse me. Little bit of Netco coming into play here. The 91 just... still a couple feet away. Nothing he could do. He spins up into Edwards, excuse me. Spins into Edwards. And Edwards' night goes downhill very quickly. Although, you got to give Edwards credit for the triple barrel roll and still managing to land and point the right direction. This will give everybody an opportunity to hit pit road for the final time. This also puts Pudge back on the lead lap. Patrick Gitter now has the lead as well. Things are definitely about to heat up here at iRacing Superspeedway. Pace speed here is almost a fourth of what these guys have been running since the drop of the green flag. They're running 230 to 235. Pace speed 70 miles an hour. And here they come to pit road. Don't expect anybody to try and pull off a fake here. Patrick Gitter and Kenny Hyde Jr. and also the top two in points. Blair is in, Richie Joplin, Kevin Bernheimer, Otto Cruz, Russell Worth, Jarrett Woodard, PJ Cox, and Brandon Newby all on pit road. You know, we have not talked to Pudge here tonight. Once he gets his pit stop knocked out, let's see how he's feeling now that he is back on the lead lap. Pudge hitting his pit stall. Right sides are up. 4 tires and fuel for Pudgeanowski. Hey, Pudge, it's Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir, buddy. What's up, Doug?
Hey, rough start to the night for you. A little bit of a little friendly kiss with the wall earlier on, but back to the lead lap, and you obviously had a fast car. You were unlapping yourself the old-fashioned way. Can you get back to the front and get your second win of the season?
Man, Doug, this is one of my favorite places, and I'm going to be back to the front. Mark my words. As long as we get out of this, as long as we get no trouble, no trouble.
No trouble. Well, good luck, man. This is definitely one of my favorite tracks, so it's great you guys chose it here, although I think Clay said a little bit differently. But good luck. Hopefully we see you up front before this one's over.
Yes, sir, buddy. I appreciate it.
Pudge back on the lead lap, currently being scored in 8th. See if we can talk to our Talladega winner. Hey, Richie, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, go ahead, Doug.
Hey, man, you got the win at Talladega. This is obviously a bit of a different beast, but you definitely know how to draft, and you've been flying through when you need to. Can you get up here and get another Super Speedway win tonight?
I am going to try. I like to have a win. I like to put this Richie Petty Colors car up front.
It has definitely been interesting watching you tonight, and how you have managed to stay out of trouble, given where you've been when the incidents happened, has been really, really impressive.
Yeah, I was lucky on that last one. I saw him go sideways, and I was like, well, I'm just going to hold it down and hope for the best.
Well, keep her down and keep going forward, buddy. Good luck. Hopefully we'll see you in Victory Lane again.
Thank you.
Richie Joplin won at Dega. Can he win here at iRacing Superspeedway? Just for clarification point, because I know I've said it a couple times tonight, this track when it came out originally in 2002 was known as Coca-Cola Motor Speedway. I am sorry to anybody at Coca-Cola who gets offended by me saying it. It's just an old habit I'm trying to break. Although its real name should be Coca-Cola Superspeedway. Hey, Robert, how's it going, buddy? There goes the pace truck. Here they come down toward the start-finish line. Kenny Hyde Jr., Kevin Bernheimer on the front row. Bernheimer gets the jump. Bernheimer to the lead for the first time tonight. These boys might be in a little bit of trouble with Bernheimer up front. I know from experience that guy knows how to get it done on a super speedway. Very true, Robert. That has been the last 6 months of my life, buddy. Here they come back up to speed, and who'd like to see the speeds up again? That is just awesome to watch how fast these guys are going, especially when you compare the guys up front to the guys toward the back. All right, coming out of turn 4, remember, 2 laps before they hit full speed. Although that has not slowed Pudge down, he is now up to 3rd place. And Brandon Newby out of nowhere is now up in the top 5. Into the front straightaway, everybody rolling out just a little bit into turns 1 and 2. Next time down the front straightaway, we should see him at full chat. 3 wide up front as everybody's going for it. Otto has got Pudge pushing him to the front. Let's look a little bit further back to a driver who's been moving forward all night, PJ Cox. Watch his speeds down the straightaway. He's going to build a huge run here in the draft. PJ up on the high side. He's got Newby, and the points leader, Patrick Gitter, is right below him. Everybody continuing to hold pretty steady for the moment. 17 laps to go. A little bit of patience right now to save the truck for the final 5 laps. That's when we'll see 4 wide, maybe 5 wide, maybe more. There goes PJ with the run up, looking up to the high side, 230 miles an hour before he rolls out of it. I think PJ's playing it safe right now. Richie Joplin following Patrick Gitter. Gitter comes out of turn 2. Oh, Bernheimer gets a little too much of a push there. Looks like he got a little squirrely. Not seeing the same speeds we saw earlier in the race. Haven't seen him crack 235. Last time by, they were a bit slower, only 47-second laps. Not seeing the big, the low 46s or into the 45s. Richie Joplin, the only one to break into the 45-second mark. Back down the front straightaway, Otto Cruz and Kevin Bernheimer side by side. Lap traffic ahead will come into play. Jacob Morgan at the back of the lead pack when he comes out of turn 4. What do you say we ride along with the 24 car for a lap or 2? All the way down to the apron, off turn 4, trying to build some momentum here. He's got a big run going now. Saw a brief glimpse at 235. Looks like our Speedo cannot even keep up with it above 230 miles an hour. You hear Jacob roll out just a little bit. He's got to keep an eye on the oil and water temperature as well. Way out of the throttle as he hits 230. You have to crack the throttle. You saw the big bump there. You have to be careful getting into turn 3. As we mentioned earlier, turn 1 has a big bump on corner entry as well, but turn 3 really has a big bump. Kevin Bernheimer, Kenny Hyde Jr., top 2 right now. Auto Cruz, Pujanowski leading the top line. Laps to go. Let's hear your predictions in the chat. Who's going to get it done? Can Pudge make an epic comeback for the win? Can Bernheimer pull this one off? Or does Auto Cruz come out of retirement for the single race to pull off the win? Oh, it gets really dicey. PJ Cox is cutting his way through the field. He is down to the apron, getting around Cortland Herman. Looked like he had a run, had to check up massively. Russell Worth there on the high side, they touch. Everybody keeps going. Oh, wow. Auto Cruz has fought his way back to the lead. That high line finally got some momentum, and Pudge right there with him. Robert Winger calling it. It's going to be a Pudge, Auto Cruz, or Pudge, and Bernheimer, then Auto, top 3. Right now it's Auto, Pudge, and Bernheimer, not far off. This one is going to come down to the wire. Kenny Hyde Jr. was looking to the apron for a move. He was going old school. Here comes Newbie. He's got to run. Hop to the high side. Got a little help from the 17 right now. Jeremy Edwards, the first car a lap down. 10 laps to go. Auto Cruz back in the lead, but Newbie's run up on the high side. He's got Edwards and Vicken pushing. Vicken backing off just a little bit as they go off into the corner, giving some space. Oh, seeing a little bit of bobbling further back. Patrick Gitter, Russell Worth, and Richie Joplin, all 3 right there together. Watch for them to make a charge here in a couple of laps. Brandon Newby and Auto Cruz going at it for the lead still. That outside line starting to build momentum and starting to get some friends up there for help. Blair Patterson working his way back toward the front here. Lap cars in the mix as well. And look at the push that Brandon Newby is getting from Jeremy Edwards down the straightaway. They've got a lot of help right now, but I guarantee you in about 3 laps, you're going to lose a lot of that help as guys are going to start going for it. Down the back straightaway toward the bump into turn 3. Oh! Everybody has a bobble off turn 4. Tire wear is actually an issue here because of the speeds. Newbies alone. They're going 3 wide for the lead. Edwards hopped to the high side. Edwards not on the lead lap. He is falling back. He lets Blake Vicken get back up in front. Vicken not on the lead lap either. Looks like Edwards and Vicken are just helping Newbie out, trying to get him to the win. Meanwhile, that top three, Otto Cruz, Puchanowski, Kevin Bernheimer, they've got a little bit of clear track. It's going to take a minute for Newbie in that outside line to rebuild the momentum. 6 to go. You gotta hand it to this group of drivers. This track in officials tends to be a chaos-filled, caution-filled event. These guys have kept the caution short and minimal. And that has been the story. The outside line really has a run now. Newbie back to the lead. Oh, Newbie to the bottom. Otto gets into him. Pudge straightens him out. Newbie saves it. What a save by Brandon Newbie. Everybody's still gathering it up behind. Oh, there it is. Patrick Gitter's involved. Caution is out. There is the next big one. Holy cow! Brandon Newbie gets caught in it, trying to save it. Let's see if we can watch that one from the get-go here. Brandon Newbie clears Otto, gets down to the bottom. Otto still has some momentum. And a little bit of netcode actually straightens Newbie up. He slides back down. PJ, a little bobble here. Here comes Blair Patterson. And right behind, oh, PJ gets the wall as, I believe, let's see what happened to Patrick Gitter here. Gitter's got a massive run. Oh, Russell Worth, a little netcode into the 26, and Patrick Gitter gets caught. The points leader hard into the wall. Mike Hawk gets caught in this one as well. Mike slow on the bottom, avoids the first one, but can't avoid Gitter. Jarrett Woodard just gets clipped. Nice drift, can't. Into the inside wall. A lot of great trucks just lost their opportunity here. And how many of them come to pit road? Or are we looking at a fake? No fake. All of the lead lap trucks now on pit road. I have to agree, Robert. Newbie does need a new truck, and that was so heartbreaking. The way he came on late in the race to have that happen. Bernheimer now coming off pit road in second place. Let's see if we can get a word. Hey, Kevin, it's Doug. You got me?
I got you, buddy. How you doing?
Well, I'm starting to lose my voice from all the excitement out there, but man, you're having a great run tonight.
Yeah, thanks. I kind of dig this track, so been having a good run. Come from the back, kind of started back there on purpose to try and miss some of the mayhem, but yeah, it's been a good run. Hopefully we can pull it off here.
Well, I know from personal experience you're extremely fast and hard to beat here. Can you get past Otto, and once you're up there, can you hold him off?
Yeah, I think I can get by him. We're going to have, I think, a green-white checkered here.
Looking
and
that
looks
way.
like maybe Pudge is going to be behind me, so we'll see what we can do.
All right, man. Good luck, buddy. Hopefully we'll see you in victory lane.
I'm hoping, bud. Thank you.
All right, Kevin Bernheimer and Otto Cruz will have the front row. Look at this. Blair Patterson and Jarrett Woodard on the second row. Pudjanowski and BJ Cox have the third row. Kenny I Jr., Jacob Morgan the fourth, Russell Worth, and Richie Joplin rounding out the top 10. 13 cars still in the lead lap, including Jeremy Edwards, who got waved around back to the lead lap. Gardner coming off pit road. Cortland Herman said he needs a new truck as well. I think there's quite a few guys out there that need a new truck tonight, buddy. Lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to have a green-white checkered from Coca-Cola iRacing Superspeedway. I'll probably never get that right. I've been calling it Coca-Cola since 2002, so cut me a little slack. On the last restart, the outside line got the better start and made a ton of momentum. The outside line has been coming in, especially off the turns. This will be exciting, but Auto Cruz always hard to beat, and he's got Blair Patterson right behind him, as well as Pudge. Pudge definitely hungry for another win out here tonight. Auto not in the points. He is just out here as a one-time deal. Out of race control, back in the truck. Huge shout out. Justin Swafford, if you're listening, buddy, that was awesome of you to step up tonight and do race control so that Otto could get back in the truck. And definitely so, boogity, 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 boys. Green, white, checker time. Pace truck is in. Here we go for the final time. They come down. Green flag is in the air. It'll be 2 to go. Bernheimer's got the momentum up top. Jarrett Woodard coming to give a push. And he does. Quite a push into the turn. Kenny Hyde Jr. back there lurking as well. Here comes PJ Cox. We saw him work the draft and cut through the field extremely quickly earlier in the race. Can he do it again? That bottom line staying single file. Bernheimer drops down and takes the lead from Otto. PJ Cox up top. He has got help from Jeremy Edwards as they come down to the white flag. Bernheimer still has the lead and they're 3 wide back behind. White flag is in the air. Can Kevin Bernheimer hold them off? 3 wide off into turn 1. Bernheimer still has the lead. Otto up top trying to find some momentum. Otto now up into second. He's got a good push from behind. Is that Patrick Gitter up top? Here comes Richie Joplin. It is Patrick Gitter, the lead, the wrecking behind. Bernheimer is out. It's Patrick Gitter, Jarrett Woodard. Richie Joplin is there. Pudge wrecks. It's Richie and Patrick Gitter to the line. It is Patrick Gitter by a nose. Let's take a quick look at what happened on the last lap. First, what happened with Kevin Bernheimer here through 3 and 4. Bernheimer down on the bottom. It looks like a wreck. Oh, the 58 just comes down across the nose. At the same time, an incident forms up above. And it looked like that may have continued off onto turn 4. Ryan McDaniel stays in it. Several drivers try. Oh, Jacob Morgan looked like he was about to pit road. Almost had it saved. Comes back up and collects Ryan McDaniel. All right, Pujanowski did come on third. Let's talk to him first. Hey, Pudge, this is Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir, Doug. What's up, brother?
Hey, man, you come across third and not exactly in one piece. That was a great recovery toward victory lane, though.
Yeah, man, I was really going hard for it there. And, oh, man, if that just wasn't happening right there on the press stretch, I had a run coming, and I was going to make something happen there at the end. But it was a good run, though, overall, for, after everything we went through. But appreciate you broadcasting and appreciate this league, everybody a part of it. It's been a great league to be a part of.
Well, man, it was a lot of fun, a great race to watch, and you had an awesome comeback tonight, buddy. Congrats.
Yes, sir, but I appreciate you, man.
Taking a quick look at how Pudge finished in a third. There you see, gets together with Otto, but he still just kept his foot down and got through it. All right, let's see if we can get a hold of Richie Joplin. Hey, Richie, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, man, that was a wild but exciting finish, and I really thought you had the momentum there for just a minute.
I think I should have went down and rubbed on him a little bit, but I didn't want to wreck him. But it was an awesome finish, man. Awesome.
It was. He barely got you, and you were gaining on him there at the as you came off turn 4. Once everybody spun behind, it looked like you might have had the momentum, just not enough track left to get it done.
Yes. Okay, I'll take it. That was a heck of a finish. I enjoyed that. I love racing with these Nowski guys, and I'm glad Pudge lets me run with them.
Well, man, another great finish. The last half of your season has been awesome. Go out there and get the win next week at Homestead, bud.
Yes, sir.
All right, congrats, man.
Thank you.
All right, let's see if we can talk to our points leader. Hey, Patrick, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug, I got you.
You weren't even a factor for a large part of the race, but there at the end with the chaos behind, you managed to come home with the win.
Yeah, if I know anything about Superspeedway racing, it's all about survival, man. I just knew coming into it, I didn't qualify. I was going to stay at the back. And then for a little while in the race, I like the pack that was up front. So I ran around 5th or 10th for a while, and then that last green flag run, I guess second to last green flag run we had, I was just trying to save tires as much as I could. And then we had that caution come out with 4 to go, and then that was just a free-for-all pretty much. But, I really enjoyed it. It was an exciting race, saw a little bit of everything, and just lucky to come out with the win.
Well, man, I have to say, looking at it, you definitely cinched the points here tonight. Last week, we knew coming into this week, it was either if you got a good finish, you'd lock them up, and if you crashed out, it'd still be in question next week. No question now, you have won the championship.
Well, that's good news, man. I appreciate that, and it's been a fun season. It's going to be fun at Homestead next week regardless. I can't wait. I was nervous coming into these last 2 races because, for that reason. Didn't have a good finish last week, finished the back, so it was nice to take advantage here this week. But these super speedway races, man, and you just never know what's going to happen. It's all about luck. I was lucky I had a faster pair there when that last caution came out. So just shout out to the guys. Can't say how much fun I have with this community, this group of guys. So just thankful to be a part of it.
Well, man, congratulations on the race win. Congratulations on the championship. And now everybody next week can focus on dad versus son now that they know Patrick Gitter is the champ.
That's right. I'm looking forward to that, man. Indy's made a name of himself, so I don't know, man. Clay might have his hands full. We're going to see.
Who is your pick for between those two next week?
Oh, man. I got to go with the kid, man. Indy's been impressive. We'll see. Clay's a heck of a driver, but, it hadn't take long for Indy to impress a lot of us, so we'll see how he does.
All right, man. Congratulations. A great night and a great season.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, Doug.
Patrick Gitter cinches the championship with the win at iRacing Superspeedway. We come back next Wednesday for the final race of the season from Homestead. You're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be father versus son and everybody trying to get that final win of the season. And it has been an epic season, one not to forget. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to go save my voice tonight. Don't forget to come back tomorrow night for the American All-Star Dirt Series recruitment race. Still some spots available to join some of the best dirt racers on iRacing. Check them out on Facebook, American All-Star Dirt Series. And thank you guys so much for watching. Otto, it was great to see you back out on track. Huge shout out to Justin for hopping into race control tonight. Y'all have a great night.